Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Well, it's just like Christmas all over again. We're going to get to try out this fire kit that we stashed underground 3 months ago. It was supposed to be a 6-month experiment, but I found that the weather and the rain and I think a clogged up downspout on the gutter system washed away the mulch and exposed this twice. So after the second time, I just went ahead and took it out. 3 months is long enough to see if this is going to be waterproof and if the contents are still going to be usable. I could see right off that where we polished up the bottom of the can that it lost a lot of the shine, and you can expect that. You know that aluminum is going to oxidize, but anticipating that going into this, I wonder, are we going to be able to shine this back up nice and shiny with just your shirt tail? Now, that's not as shiny as it was when we first buried it, but it is shiny enough to ignite some char, so that's good to know. We have alternate ways to use this fire kit though. If you remember, or if I remember correctly, there's uncharred punkwood, charred punkwood, char cloth, and an empty bick. Of course, you can fill this fire kit with anything in the world. There's no limit to the options of what you could put in here. You could put some more metal polish. You could put 20 bicks in here. There's no limit. You could put food. You could put rice. But let's go ahead and see the contents. Let's see if they're still dry, still usable, and let's try to fire them up. First thing I want to do is smell it. See if moisture's gotten in there and created mold, or if even the moisture that was in the materials that I stuck in there, even if that caused some mold. Let's see. The nose will tell you right quick if the contents are moldy. No, there's no mold in that whatsoever. I see some broken up char cloth, some broken up pieces of charred punkwood. Let's lay it all out and see what we have. Our empty bick. Like I say, we could have put a fully charged bick, several of them in there, but you always need to plan, like, or on my videos, I always want to show you worst case, like, uh-oh, my bick ran out of fluid. All right, got 5 pieces of uncharred punkwood. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some extra little pieces here of charred punkwood. Got some couple of pieces here. We got 2, 4, and we got 5 pieces of char cloth. Some of it is t-shirt material and some of it looks to be terry cloth. So, and I would want to try to extend my materials because it is a survival situation. So of course I would save all these pieces and utilize these pieces too, but for today's purposes, we're going to get them out of the way off the table. All right, let's go ahead, and another way that I think would be the best way to extend your fire kit is to go ahead and use up the punkwood first before you start using up your char. So we should be able to easily ignite the punkwood with the lighter. Get it close to that little ferro rod right down in there. Let me expose a tip of it. Try to stick it down in there. Like that. And we put great punkwood down in there, so that's why it's so easy to ignite. Another tip for extending your materials is once you use this punkwood to ignite your pine needles, go ahead and remove that punkwood, that ignited punkwood, back out of there and snuff it back out in the tin. So let's try that. And I've taken the ignited punkwood back out. And you know, if the punkwood's going to ignite with this empty bick, you know the char is going to ignite easily. But let's just go through the motions and go ahead and ignite a couple of those. It's going to be very easy to ignite this char with a lighter. Like that. So our container, our beer can, did a beautiful job of keeping everything dry, didn't it? So I think our Stashable beer can fire kit is a complete success. That this empty bick will ignite char cloth very easily. There it is. Well, I'm not proving you that it's very easy, but that's easy enough, isn't it? Let me go ahead and get a fire on this and we'll say our goodbyes. There it goes. So, you know, if you decide not to buy the metal polish, to polish the bottom of this up into a nice solar collector, have just pennies in each one of these. And you could stash 10 of them in all the different locations that you might bug out at, or you might feel like you might have a need it in your car or need it in your attic. So it's a good waterproof way to store stuff outside. That's the main thing that I wanted to check out today. So, all right, y'all. Appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.